Hello everyone and welcome to Factorio. I'm Par and it's Seablock time. What actually happened in the previous episode? I don't quite remember. I don't quite remember what we did. We got artillery, I believe. Is that correct? I think we got artillery and we also spent a little bit of time just trying to, improve. Wait, is this? Is it too early? Do something like that or not? Let's just try to place all of these things right there. And where is our artillery? Right, we have one here. Hey, we don't have anything. That's surprising. Let's copy it. And paste our artillery right there. Good. I think what would be nice is to have better artillery turrets. So let's try to kind of move in that direction because they have a little bit longer range, and with a slightly longer range, like for example here, we could simplify, like make building of the grid much easier. So about the grid, I am first of all, I'm not sure what this is about. I'm not sure about this one anymore. Because I don't think we need to build the rails right now, so how about we do the following? How about I copy it? How do I copy it? Get a copy of this. We'll place it here. And we'll just have, I don't know, Roboport maybe? Or Roboports? Are they here? Yep, Roboport. Power pole, maybe? Power pole should be here. We are using these power poles, right? The blue ones, yep. We're using these power poles. Okay, something like that. Let's remove all rails from this. Let's remove all signals from that. And we'll just keep this nice city block. We'll be building it pretty much everywhere here. Just like that. Is it here? Yep, here. I was trying to build it here, here. I just basically want, at this point, my goal is to expand in that direction to the left. I want to expand in that direction. That's, like, you could say, the only thing that I'm interested in right now. Because once we get there, we'll be able to build this builds over there. Oh, actually, let's continue working on that. Why don't you continue working on that part? So I was thinking about how exactly to kind of connect all these things, and I think what I ended up with is that I don't want to just turn it kind of 4 times around. I want to make it a little bit more interesting to look at. So we'll try to mirror it. That's our goal, right? We are trying to have this build mirrored. The good thing is that, okay, the output here don't really care about it. Wait, we do need some oxygen here, don't we? Right, we do need some oxygen. We can actually consume the oxygen from here, I would say. Can consume it from here. The only kind of thing that we'll need to make sure about, we need to give input priority to the left. And here we also need to give input priority to the left. So what exactly I'm doing here? I want to kind of steal oxygen from this. Okay, not from here, from this one and this one, from these two electrolyzers. And in order to do that, like, I want to use it for something. And I want to make sure that we never run out of oxygen. So to achieve that, I basically, I'm trying to make sure that if some of the electrolyzers don't have to work, it will never be these ones. So this will always be working. Like if any electrolyzer needs to work, either this or this will be working. They're producing things and placing stuff on both sides of the belt, and this thing will have priority to consume stuff from this belt first, and this one will have priority to consume things from this one first. So if there is any demand on the slack, this two will be running. That's basically the idea. Right. How can we make things a little bit nicer here? Guess we could do something like that, but then kind of have trouble moving to the right. Unless we bring it to here. No, or how much space do we have? Just one. Yeah, it's not looking that good. It's not looking very good. And here we have... There are like so many obstacles on the way. I am not sure what exactly I'm doing. I just want to get the oxygen out of here. That is it. I just want the oxygen to be delivered somewhere. Let's say there. Oh no, doesn't work like this. We placed it wrong spot. We'll place it a little bit higher, just like that. Okay. Is this looking good? I think so. If we copy it, can we flip it? No. What happened? What's going on? Oh no. That is not a good sign. That's not a good sign. We are exceeding. We are exceeding. Oh, that's really bad. We gotta fix this really quickly. How can we do that? We could try and produce. Try and give this thing more tasks. No, we cannot. This is the best power pole that we have. Medium electric pole. Okay, let's try to understand what actually caused the issue. Roboports. Roboports. It's always roboports. Let's remove a couple there. We'll remove a couple of roboports from here. Remove this two. Okay. Did we fix the problem? Is everything gonna be better now? Or not? Okay. Guess it's a good thing that we have separate networks here. I think it will recover. I think we'll be able to recover from that more or less automatically. One thing I'd like to check. Is this sync working? Oh, look at that. We have 10,000 of everything. That's exactly what we wanted to see. Nice. And let's come back to this pod. So here, setup is kind of symmetrical. Well, it also ended up kind of being symmetrical here. Mostly, I think. Well, except for this line of belts, because this is actually supposed to go here, I think. I want to try and build a completely symmetrical setup. Yeah. While we are waiting. Oh, this is gonna take forever. It's gonna take forever. Well, good thing is that we don't particularly care about like, we don't really care about how exactly intersections are done. It just doesn't matter. We'll just have like rows, I guess, of this rubber ports, just kind of placed up to there. I don't know. We'll see. We'll figure it out a bit later. Now, this is a mess. We don't have mess here yet. Why do we have this thing? Right, we have it because we wanted to send stuff to the right. We can send stuff to the left actually from here. We just flip it. And I do something like this. Nice. This part. Let's build it right, I think, here. Is this the way? No. Is this the way? That's the question. Okay, we'll try to do something like that. And on the other side, what do we have? We have basically this kind of thing that we want to flip. Okay, we flipped it, and now it's time to build something. Okay, we don't want to landfill that part, so got to be a bit careful. We don't want to landfill the part from the power plant. I'll place this thing here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Nice. Actually, brings to my attention this tiny thing. Good. This is looking really good. Oxygen from here is sent up there like this, and it gets here. And at some point over here, we probably want to void some of it. We can do it later, like there are lots of ways to do that. Okay, let's proceed with this block. Place it here, here. Oh no. Can place it here and here. Look at that. Oh no. Okay, almost. Now we can do it. Okay, that's looking good. Now, crystallizers. I hope we can mirror crystallizer setup, to be honest. Because if we can't, that would kind of be a bit stupid. Yep, we can. That's good. We mirrored crystallizers. We can not mirror filtration unit, I think. I would be very surprised if we could. Let's put it like this. So we'll place it here. And now we want to kind of place this thing, except we want to mirror it. Can we do that? Yes, we can. We can do that. Look at that. It's awesome. Okay, this is looking pretty good. I like it. I didn't expect it to be... Okay, so far, it's not, like, it doesn't seem to be that hard, like, to mirror the setup. Oh, what's this? A puffer nest. We need to do pretty much the same thing for the... Can we flip it? Flipped it. And we'd like to place it, I guess, there. We would like to connect the oxygen over there, right? Let's do this. So we could basically bring it there, like this. Like this. Wait, it looks exactly the same. Okay, no surprise that it looks exactly the same. I guess you could say working as intended. Okay, so we have... yeah, lots of things are happening here. A lot of things. How do we fix this spot? Should we like completely rebuild it? Let's copy this, just so that we can kind of see what's in there. But I'm actually not sure whether... I don't know, is it a good thing that I'm focusing on this right now or not? Can I place it? Right. Spot seems to be working. All this is looking fine. I don't know. I kind of want to build it at the proper spot, to be honest. I want to build it correctly. Okay, not this city block, I want this one. I want to build it properly at the right spot. I mean, honestly, I'm not even fully sure what exactly I'm doing. I guess I'm just trying to clear biters or something. Because I don't have like a proper plan for the layout. Maybe that's what we could kind of think about a little bit. About our layout. About the layout of the stations there. Yeah, let's do the following. Let's say I kind of prefer to think about it with like the exit being up there. So let's say we have this copy. Like we'll basically copy this whole block below and we'll place it there. Now, what can we do in terms of the stations? What can we do in terms of the train stations there? Let's think. So, where should we do that? Where should we be playing with these builds? I guess, well, we don't really have that much space. Yeah. Let's say we will have this rails going somewhere like that. I probably want to use the same spacing here to like have like a Roboport or something in between. Whatever. Just straight rails. We will not have this stop, most likely. We are using left-hand drive. Means that the trains here will be coming from this direction. That means that and basically take this whole thing. So they'll be coming from this direction. We want to export lots and lots of things, and we don't want, like, we are basically, like, we have this much space. We have this much space for everything there, which is a lot of space. Now that we look at this, that's a lot of space to build a train station. The question, which kind of trains should we use? Should we use the same trains? 1, 2. Because the alternative is to use something like 1, 1, 1 and make them like bidirectional. But that would make sense if you wanted to have lots of stations, for example, kind of placed kind of vertically like this, right? If you wanted to have like lots of stations placed like this, then 1, 1, 1 would be nice. But we don't have lots of space for that. And also, for this particular block, like this whole block is about one output, one resource. Potentially with sulfur. Okay, potentially we might want to export some sulfurs, so right now the way it's done, it's just not gonna happen. We are not exporting any sulfur because the production of sulfur here is so low that it might be not worth bothering with that, to be honest. And we have 4 belts of stuff getting delivered. 4 belts. Let's think. For green belts, it's 300 per second. We are talking about 300 per second ore generated here. Right, we'll have 2 belts coming from this side, 2 belts coming from this side. Now, the movement here is left, like we're using left-hand drive. So what we could do, we could basically just branch off tiny piece. Yeah, I don't know how tiny we should make it, to be honest. Maybe we should branch off as closely to the thing as we can. Do something like that. We'll have space, like a stacker in front of the station, especially if you place the station kind of further down there. Place the station further down, we'll have a lot, like lots and lots of space to have a stacker in front of it. And we also potentially have like a possibility of another station there. Let's think a little bit about this. How could we make it work really, really well? If I'm using warehouse, what is warehouse? Here, warehouse. We have space for warehouse in here, between them. We don't have space for warehouse over there. That's not good. Let's think. Maybe it's okay. Maybe we could just have one warehouse here. One warehouse kind of here. We don't even need to have a balancer in between them now that I think about it. We could load both wagons from one warehouse. Let's think about that a bit. Right. What am I doing? Well, except I didn't want to look like that. I wanted this. Oh, we cannot. Could shift them a little bit. Can have this setup a little bit shifted. I'm not sure I like it. I am not sure I like what I'm doing here. Then we could have, we could load both of the wagons from one warehouse. Kinda. Or maybe not. You know what? Let's not do that. But then, why would we even use warehouses here? Let's think. Is warehouse really good option? I don't know. Maybe we should go with silos. We could even have them colored, like we could have Critinium silo, Rubite silo, and whatnot. What if we go with silos? Let's see. So we are using left-hand drive. That means that all signaling will be in between. We could have something like this here. We could have. Okay, let's use these gods for now. We could have the loading working like that from one side. And you could basically be loading two belts into each station. It will be filled fully. We don't need to have any balancing, because if the thing is unbalanced, imbalanced, that then at some point, once it hits like the full size, it will be balanced. That means that we'll be saving on circuitry here. We will not have to use circuits. The drawback, there is a tiny drawback. We'll have to, I mean, we are using like a couple of splitters, but I don't think it's, I feel like splitters are better than circuits in this case. And what that means that we can have this thing placed right there, super close, and we can have stack inserters placed here, inserting. I would like to have a station actually placed. I think that's the way, by the way, to go. I think that's how we should make these stations work here. The only question is how many stations we should place. Like, we could place actually just 2 of this, and then we have potentially some space somewhere for like another one. Let's figure out a good station design. What is happening here? I got to remember, I got to keep in mind that what I'm doing here, I'm doing it with a very kind of particular purpose. I want to I want to push forward. I want to remove these biters. That's the goal. Got to remember it. Got to remember what we're here for. I'd like to wait for this inserters to be placed. Now we might be able to figure out a really... Oh, come on. Might be able to figure out a really good way of... what is this? This is loading station, right? You are trying to load... Right, this is output station. We are trying to load the train. Here. Let's do that. Where are the... logistic train stop, train stop. Right, we'll do something like this. This will be our train station. And in terms of inserters, let's just add a little bit more. And we'll see what we can do, I think. Okay, this one wouldn't be that great, I guess. it's okay. It wouldn't be that great because, I mean, honestly, that's fine. This is also fine. I'm a bit sad that we have only one space here, but that's not a big deal. That's okay. We could also have 2 inserters here. Do we have even number? We have 18 inserters. Yep. That's exactly what I want to see. Yep. And we can place some locomotives here, right? Locomotive 1? Oh no. We are waiting for the LTN stop to be placed. That's okay. Maybe I shouldn't have any inserters here, because if I don't have inserters here, it opens possibility of loading stuff from the other direction as well. Should we do that? Because this way we can actually load one station from 4 directions. Sorry, from like 2 directions. We can load 4 belts inside one station if you wanted to. It's an interesting question. Should we do that or not? Well, here's the thing. The loading will be very, very fast, right? And with the fast loading, do we really need another station? Do we really need another station if we have very, very fast loading? It's gonna be super easy. It's gonna be very, very easy to just double this. But in the beginning, maybe we don't care about that. Maybe one station will do. Let's start with just one station, and we have like an option to extend it and to build more. Yeah, I think that's the way. I really want to get the inserters, but it might take forever to actually wait until we receive them. One thing I'd like to check is... Okay, here is a tiny problem. Okay, not really a problem. I want to find a good spot for this turn. I think we can use this one so that we can completely reuse at least part of our previous design. Okay, yeah, let's do it like that, like this, and we will move this thing slightly to the right, like this, I think. Yep. Okay. Now, we need something else as well. We need something else. Let's say we have more of this. How many can we place? Okay, we cannot... Wait, we can? No, we cannot place another station this close. It will have to be a little bit further away, which is a tiny bit unfortunate. Maybe we should make all of this a little bit further away. Yeah, you know what? I'd like to have our... What? Cutting all of that. Placing it away. I don't know what's going on with this express inserters. Oh wait, that's the second one. We still have the first one. We also want to move this thing a little bit away. Like this. Wow, so we actually have lots and lots of space here now. We even have another row of inserters. Like, potentially we could place another one of inserters to unload everything here. That's pretty good. And these inserters will most likely have to be filter inserters because we're talking about LTN, etc, etc. It's okay. We can adjust these things later. On this part, we do. Oh, look at that! We have space for 3 very kind of high throughput with lots of. Like we have space for 3 stations here. Nice, because this is. Oh no, we don't. I forgot that we have some water things. Right, we basically have this less space. Let's take a look. We have this less space. We don't have space for the last one. That's not great. Don't have space for next line of rails unless we move it by 2 up. Then we can have space for inserters. So if we want to move the final one a little bit up, I think we got to be a little bit more compact here with what we are doing. Let's think. Let's think about this. Is this worth? Is this worth it? Yes, I believe so. I believe it's worth it to have a little bit more space here. We want to make this loading stations as compact as we can basically think of, right? We want to make them super compact. That means that here we will want to have stuff placed there. This one can pretty much be moved down like that. This one will have to be moved a little bit to the side. This one should also be not like that. Moved just a tiny bit. Because I'm trying to come up right now with like end game design for train stations over there in that part of the build of the base. And the thing is, I want it to be like really compact because I don't know, like it doesn't have to be used only for this station, right? For this one, we know that this is the actual edge of our like base, but for some other things, for example, for like this thing over there, we might be able to make it significantly more compact. Let us think about it. Let's think about this. So I'm trying to make this part as compact as we can. If we look at what we have right now, it fits in this space in between. If we add one more, it will kind of be fitting on the path. If we place it on the path, that's not ideal, but it's okay. And we could have like potentially one more. So yeah, I think it's a good idea to go for like the most compact placement we can think of. And the most compact one, I think it's gonna look like this. So we have something coming from that side, something here. We can make this part even more compact now that I think about this. Even more compact. And this one could be made even more compact. Like that. Right, and there is enough space for everything that we might want to build. Okay, let's observe. Let's observe what's happening here. Right. I just had another crazy idea. We could actually be taking materials from the same warehouses, just loading them into 2 trains. We can do that if we really wanted to. But what would we get from that? What would be the benefit of such approach? I guess the main benefit would be that we might be able to have to double our loading capability, throughput, and keep it inside this space. Okay, one other thing that I have not really considered so far, well, not considered, but haven't tried it out, is I'd like the trains to be able to leave in the opposite direction. So I'd like to have something like this. Like this turn available to them, and such turn, how much space would it take? It takes a little bit more than we probably want to give it. On the other hand, no, it's not necessarily the case. Right. It's not actually the case. We can make it smarter. We can make this part, we can definitely make it smarter. So, turn could go like this. It could just cross the spot like that, and then it could basically come here, and on the other side, on this side, it could merge into this part like this a little bit later. I think this might be not that bad. I think it's actually pretty good way of allowing the trains to turn around. Do we need that though or not? Even if you don't need it, I still want to kind of have support for that. Let's take a look. How much space would it need? It fits into the middle, so we can actually make all our kind of train needs fit in there. We could even make it a little bit more compact. We don't have to make it like this large. We could just make it kind of like that. One, now going to the side. Let's take a look. This thing fits completely, doesn't even touch that part. This one is gonna touch it. Yep, so we need to make this thing a little bit more compact. And I know how we can do that. We'll do it on the other side. Do it on the other side. Or maybe somewhere. Yeah, we'll do it here. So we can have this part from there. We'll place it here. What we'll do We will try. Okay, we cannot make it more compact, can we? Can we make it more compact? That's the question. No, we cannot. Okay, we could do something like this. We could bring it. Come on. We could bring it like this. Yep. I'm not sure that's a good idea. It's probably okay. We could have one going like this and another one going like this. And then, oh, look at that. Yes, I like this. I like this. This is gonna be our setup. This is gonna be our setup, because if you look at it, now it fits, like it completely fits in the space between these lines. So we can kind of fit it nicely. Over here it will be going vertically. We can use the same approach, I think, both for the output and for the input station. The only problem here is that it's really about, like, really kind of, in a sense, fast stations, like stations with a really high throughput of materials. But that's exactly what we want, right? Because if you want some low throughput of materials, we could I don't think I'm actually planning on delivering anything with like low throughput by trains on that stage, like in this part of the base, because we have lots of crushed ore to be delivered and lots of like regular ores to be like delivered and prioritized between different things. We might right, this does have a tiny issue. It's kind of limited to 4 materials, right? Because if we wanted to start taking things from here, it's a requester station, and we wanted to take stuff from here. Then I forgot to move this forward. It's bad. That's really bad. Okay, let's see it. I'm doing here. If we wanted to get 4 types of inputs, we could have very similar thing on that side, right? And like that. And we could set filters. And we have 4 pairs of inserters, so it would probably work. We can load this thing with 4 bells, exactly what we want here, and we can take 4 bells. And in theory, we could place this thing. Like we could have a couple of them placed, to be honest. Like on both sides, to be honest. Right, let's kind of think about this a little bit. How would we organize the exit from here? Let's copy this. Kind of place it, I don't know, somewhere there. And now the question, can it just connect? Oh, look at that, it can. It totally can. This is great. So we have input here, we have input here, we have exactly the same thing here. Like it's either input or output, like right now with what we are doing, it's input, but it doesn't have to be. It might as well be output. We have... I don't know why we don't have inserters. Did something break? So I kind of wanted to have them here by now. We could have something like this. with how many is that? With 8 inserters per wagon. That's very good. That's much better than this, because I guess the faster one. Where do we have faster one? Here, right? It's much better because here they need to move by things by 2 tiles, and here in this new build, what is it? Here in the new build, they can be moving things kind of, first of all, on like neighboring tiles, and they can be moving diagonally. So this inserters can be like focusing on this side. This one, I guess, also on this one on this. Diagonal movement, this one also on that one, and this one's here as well. Let's place this. Okay, in the station here, we'll have to move things a little bit. We'll figure this part out later. I'd like to first of all make sure that we have this output. Oh no, that's bad. I got to move it. I'll delete it for now completely. Just want to place the thing here. Okay, like this. Now, with that done, so again, Alt and stop. Yeah, I need to make sure that this tile is placed, because I think we can build Alt and stop kind of right across. Yeah, right here, and that would mean that the middle of the station is here, like this. Okay, this one's not exactly aligned, but it's okay. Place this thing here. If you take a look at this, we'll probably have inserters right on the path. Yep. Well, that's a pretty small price to pay for that. Like the awesome design that we'll have here. Like that. Good. This is looking really good. We could... let's see. I want to move this thing to the left. And this one. Or right like this. And we can do the following. We can have this one like a really faster station with, well, okay, not faster, like the station that will be used even if the amount of resources that we have in the warehouse is not that great, and we can control it by just setting like different provider thresholds, right? So by default, only this station is pretty much enabled, and then later on we also enable the station. The space here between them will be longer because I actually want to let these rails go up to here. So we'll have like lots of space for the trains there. This thing I want to have it placed as far forward as possible. We'll need to find like a good placement for that. And yeah, I think this is gonna work really great. One thing that I kinda forgot is that we actually need such output as well. Yep, that's important. We need to have like a normal output. So if this is our input, one regular rail and then a curved rail, that's what we have here. On the output side, okay, this is quite a bit different. If you want this thing to be compatible with the intersection that we've been using so far, well, this one is not exactly going to be compatible, whatever we do. But we could use the standard kind of Celtic node for this one, to be honest. we can adjust the intersection. Well, and the thing is, we don't actually need an intersection here. What am I talking about? We don't care about intersection. Yeah, let's just do it like this. Or not. Let's think. If we wanted to have an intersection, if we really wanted to, could we? Yeah, we could make use of this spot. So, if we need to have an intersection, we can place a Celtic node there. It should just work. It should work fine. So let's keep the spacing here like this. This is like literally as far to the left as we can place the station. And here we'll have lots of space for the stacker. So we can be sending a lot of trains. And the thing is that I don't think we actually need that much with Scylla. Because Scylla has 256 items and one train that we'll be using. It has 80. So it's like 80. 256 divided by 80, it's 4. No, it's 3. So it means that we can have only 3 trains. Wow. And we are able to request 2 trains at a time. Wow, that's very interesting actually. It's super interesting. We can have separate station basically for this one, and potentially like we could have another one here. We don't need that much stacking space in front of them, I think. Maybe we do. Okay, what's going on? Are we able? Are we progressing? We don't have electric poles. What's going on? Is the mall still broken? Where is the mall? I lost it. Wait, it's not the mall. This is the mall. It's not working. Come on. What happened? Seriously. Okay, let's fix this. We need to connect this thing. And now it's probably gonna blow up. Wow. I don't know how that happened. We got super lucky. It jumped up to 149. It jumped up to 149. But at least, yeah, that I guess wasn't very efficient episode. However, I really like what where we ended up. We have a very, very nice kind of layout. I might consider moving this thing a little bit further to the left. Right, it might end up being pretty useful. But even if we... Okay, let's think. Do we actually need anything more than that? That's the question. Because if this thing has space only for 3 wagons, then LTN will never send 4 trains here. So that means that we have one space right here just for the train kind of standing there. We have space for the train standing here. We can add the signals for the trains. Let's do that. Where are the signals? We could add a signal here for the train and here for the train. Right. That looks good. So we have the signals here for the trains. We could also have like, I don't know, like something there. Doesn't matter, honestly, what we do on that side. But what that also means is that we just need one more train standing here, kind of waiting. And if you have a train here, need 1, 2, 3. If you could move this thing a little bit to the left, which I feel like we can, we might be able to. If you can move it a little bit to the left, then it could already kind of fix all our issues. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, 1, 2, 3. There is barely not enough space for them. Well, there is space here, so the question is, would it be fine if the next train stays behind here and blocks the path above? And I believe it's okay. No, it's not ideal, but it's also not that bad. It's also not that bad. Or we could say that we'll just have 2 trains at most coming in here. We need to think. We need to think. We could say that we have at most 2 trains incoming. That wouldn't be that bad, would it? I feel like it would, like, I feel it should be okay. And also, for this space, let's forget we have a station here. Yeah, maybe that's just easier. Let's say we don't have any stations on that side. Just don't have. We have only station like somewhere here. Like in the middle or whatever, like closer to the middle probably. Just to make like this whole thing a little bit easier. And we'll need, how much? We'll need up to, we'll give only 2 train, train limit will be 2. We'll send at most 2 trains to this station and at most 2 trains to that station. That means that we just need to have a little bit of space here, right? We need a tiny amount of space just to be like enough for the trains. We'll wait for the rails to be placed. And yeah, it should all just work. Kinda like just like this, like this. It will all work fine. The top one, I want to keep it at the train limit 1, to be honest. I don't want to be sending 2 trains there. Like, my worry is that if I say that the bottom station has train limit 2, then it could be sending 2 trains to the bottom, kind of sequentially, without utilizing the top one. And I don't want that. Or do I? Maybe I do want that. No, I don't really want it. Maybe we don't need any stacker here. Maybe I'm just overthinking all of this. I'm probably overthinking all of this. Yeah, I don't see how it's worth it, to be honest. I don't see how it's worth to have this kind of setup here. And by the way, we need to figure out what to do on the opposite side of it. Right, that's actually a pretty good question. What are we gonna do on the other side? Probably want to have something like this. Oh, if you can make it work. Oh, it's gonna be so nice. This is gonna be super nice. Now, let's forget about 2, like limit of the chain, like number of the chain being supported up, being like up to 2. Let's forget about that. I don't want that. Oh wait, I don't want this one gone. I don't want that at all. I want to have a really nice build here that would allow the deliveries to go like this. But we need to remove some pieces from here. Let's see. Can we remove this one? We might be able to. Let's see. Like this. So, and from here we have to bring everything up. Let's copy the spot. And we place it there. Wow. This is looking awesome. And the best thing is that this train can even be used to kind of deliver resources across. Like, this thing supports even deliveries right across. That is great. We just need to figure out the layout for requester station and the layout for the provider station. What happened? Okay, this is not good. This is not good at all. What can we do to improve the situation there? What can we do? I think we can just drop stuff there. Okay, maybe not there. It's outside of the report range. Let's just drop things here. And here. 1, 2. So we could drop it here. Maybe here. Yeah. Yeah. And here. And we're only missing a tiny part. We're missing one roboport there. Yeah, that's unfortunate. We lost a lot of robots there. Okay, this is gonna be our new station layout. And we'll use this thing just so that it's kind of clear why we've been building it. What's like, nothing is wrong with this design that we have. It's also even kind of compatible with what we have here. Nothing is wrong with what we have, but I want to have something different. I wanted, you know, have something that I don't know. I think it's nice, and it's gonna be able to load things into the chain significantly faster, like a lot faster. This is gonna be crazy fast, and we'll place them basically here along this line. We'll have a couple of lines of this setup, and they will be basically balancing Bob's ores like Cretinium, Stereotyte, this kind of stuff here. And here it will be used for sorted ores, right? We'll be using those for balancing, and then we can also use them for ingots. So we'll have like lots of lines of this without really any connection to each other. And yeah, this is looking very, very promising, because we can build these two things kind of over here like that, and it should all just work. And there is even a turn supported, so this turn is needed when like the delivery is originating from here, and then it needs to be kind of dropped off on the other side, or I don't know, it just needs to be like moved in the opposite direction. There should be like some way to turn, and I prefer the turn to happen at this stage, like when it exits the depot. I don't want the train to kind of... I'm basically fine with the train waiting for the turn when it's inside its depot. So here it will be waiting. I didn't really signaled this thing, but I do not expect to have any difficulties with this one, to be honest, because it should be super straightforward what we are doing. Yeah, it should be all super straightforward. We'll have basically something like this. Why do we wait? We can have a regular one. Oh wait, we cannot. It's not the exit. No way. Well, it has to be this one. That's not great. That's not great, to be honest, but it's also not that bad. How much space do we have? Let's see. Kind of 1, 2, 3, right? We had 3. So there is enough space for the chain. Yeah, that's good. That's good. We got lucky. We got really lucky here, to be honest. And here, look at that. We also have enough space. Potentially. Do we? Do we actually have enough space? It looks like we do. It's like barely enough. In the worst case, I think we could make it a little bit kind of wider, the spot, because there is really no point to make this compact. So we'll try it out. If there is a problem, which we should not have, then we could improve this part a little bit. Yeah, it will have to go something like this. Except, okay, we have a problem. This whole block is kind of combined because we cannot place a signal for this side of the rail. It's fine, it's fine. It's not really a big deal. And here we have exactly the same problem, don't we? I believe so. We'll have to have this thing placed here because we cannot isolate this rail from this one. This is gonna be it. I think that's it. We need to try placing chain here and seeing how exactly it all works, but as I said, in the worst case we could just take this and move it slightly further away, and then we'll have enough space for everything. Okay, if we hover over here, it says that we have space for 3 trains, so I cannot trust the markings here. That means that there is indeed enough space. Here we also have space for 3 wagons, which is nice. It's all nice. It's looking really good. So what did we do? Did we place this thing? Right, we don't have artillery here, but we can actually place it right there now. And we can remove this one. So let's just make sure that artillery turrets are shooting and clearing this area of the base. That's what we want them to do, right? That's kind of our goal. And it's taken a while to go through that, especially because I'm forgetting, but you know, this thing needs to happen. Like, I want to reach to those like to this area. I want to reach to this area, and I want to start building this design over there. Right? I want to start building proper ore crushing design over there. That's the goal. And yeah, we came up with a really good station design. Awesome. Let's take a break here. Thanks everyone for watching. This was episode 219, where we were playing with rails. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers!